Welcome back to the Untouchaballs podcast. Caden and Evan here bringing you another MLB episode. And we got the All-Star game just a little less than a week away. So today we're going to go through the full rosters as they were just announced and kind of go through and see what we think about all that. We'll start with the starters, work our way down to the reserves, where there's definitely some interesting stuff there, but also definitely as well with some of the starters because you got to love the good old fan vote. I think we'll kick it off with the American League. We got a couple shoe-ins, which I don't think there's much to talk about. I mean, we spent half of last week's episode talking about Cal Raleigh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, he's doing his thing on a insane pace for catchers, obviously. And then you look at now Vlad at first. When we did our first ballots, was that about a month ago? You and me both had Jonathan Aranda in as the starter, but Vlad's doing some good things this year, so I think he's good as well. Glaber, that's who I had at the start. J-Ram, Jacob
Glaber,
Wilson,
yeah.
Aaron
No, it
Judge.
wasn't J-Ram. J-Ram's not the starter. Junior Caminero is.
He was voted in as the starter, but he's not playing in the game.
Okay. My bad.
The real starter was Jose Ramirez, but he's not playing in the game.
I got you.
But then right at the bottom of the American League starters, there's two interesting ones. I'm going to start off with probably the most. Javi Baez is an All-Star game starter, Dwyer, over Byron Buxton.
Yeah, that's my biggest, that one I'm most annoyed about just because I like Baez. He's having a good year. He's having, for him, this has, been a huge resurgence of a year. But for what Byron Buxton's been doing this year, which hopefully he's okay. I just saw he got hit in the hand yesterday, which a lot of guys do. I think that happened to Wilson, too. But... yeah, this one was just that's one of the biggest problems with the fan voting, man. It's just a guy like Javier Baez making it over Byron Buxton. I mean, Byron Buxton, is he almost? I think he's got to be 2020, right? He's already 2020. He's got three more stolen bases, and he'll be there. He's definitely making this is an all-star starter right here, career year right now. He's going for. It's really just it's annoying to see that. I think same thing like you'd say for O'Hearn making it over Rooker. I thought that was kind of interesting too because it's he doesn't play every day like Rooker does, being a platoon bat like that. And Rooker has been better. Honestly, he's been better. Okay, sample size wise, he's been good. But 835 OPS, 19 bombs, 270 average. He's basically just done what O'Hearn's done, but more. So that was another shocking one out of the AL. I think the NL is going to be more shocking than the AL, but those two were they should have been like that.
I agree with both for the American League, where the thing with Byron Buxton is, and with Javi Baez, Baez hasn't played the outfield since the start of June. I think his last start in the outfield was June 5th. So for him also to be starting in center field when he's had Buxton do it all year, like you said, he's 3 bags away from being 2020 already. I don't really understand the one. Same with O'Hearn, kind of like what you're saying. Ryan O'Hearn, he's been one of the best bats against righties this year by far and away. He's crushing right-handed pitching, but he doesn't play against lefties. He's played a little bit against lefties, but it's just not much of a sample size. He's raking against righties, but just like you said with Rooker, he's playing every day, day in, day out. Yeah, maybe his numbers maybe a little inflated playing at Sacramento for all his home games, but even still, he, exactly like you said, he has more of a sample size with very similar numbers that I think both Rooker and Buxton, just like you were saying, should have been starters over these two, and it's just, the starters are decided by the fan vote, so it came down to people liking the good old Javi Baez resurgence over what Byron Buxton's being able to do right now.
Yeah. At least should have been Carp, man. Kerry Carp should have got it instead of him. But even I'm looking too, Jacob Wilson, it's not nearly as bad as those two, I think, compared to that. But I think Witt should have been over Wilson. Now that you're looking at the stats, when we were talking about it was 3-4 weeks ago. I'd say,
It was
yeah,
at that time.
that was close. Now, like, they're same OPS. Wilson's obviously got him by like 30 points in the average, but like the counting numbers are like, yeah, this should be what as the All-Star starter, but that's not as bad, I don't think.
No, I agree. Yeah, it's not as bad, but it would have made more sense for Bobby Witt to be the starter.
Yeah,
Looking over now to the National League, where you said there would be some more questionable calls. So far, I'm not seeing a lot. I mean, Will Smith has been the second best catcher in
yeah,
baseball this year.
almost
By
1,000
points.
OPS. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude, he's hitting over 300 still. Like, he's been awesome for the Dodgers. And then obviously Freddie Freeman at first, Cattell at second, Machado at third, Lindor finally getting his first All-Star game start since 2018, which I think is a couple of years overdue. Since, I mean, really most of his time in New York, he probably should have been the starter at least last year for sure, and it just hadn't come his way. This year we're finally seeing that. In the outfield, I mean, you get the hometown guy in Acuna, where since he came back from injury, he has been raking. PCA in center, Kyle Tucker, then obviously you have Shohei as your DH.
Yeah. Where I said I think the interesting ones where I think they were off on were, first off, I love Freddie Freeman. He really fell off since when he were talking when he was like, okay,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
gonna be better than Pete Alonso. He was at like a 950 OPS and all that, and like raking. Where now he's at an 850 OPS. It's only 10 bombs. Obviously, 300 average still good, but like I remember what I said, like, Pete Alonso's been just absolutely mashing this year, and probably gonna opt out of that contract and be a free agent. I mean, 923 OPS, 21 bombs, now 75 RBIs, 287 average. Like, I think he should be the starter over Freeman, but.
I agree with you. And I think it's more, we were saying, it comes down to just name value and fan value, that more people like Freddie Freeman than Pete Alonso.
Yeah. I'd also say the same thing for Lindor, too. I don't think Lindor should. Like, I think there's been years where Lindor should have. Ellie's put up better numbers. 836 OPS, 22 stolen bases. He's 2 bombs away from hitting for 2022, 277 average. Like, you just look at what Lindor's done, and he's done it better. He's got a better average. He's got one less home. No, they got the same home runs. He's done literally everything more than him. Which I agree. I mean, I don't think it's a killer. Like, I don't think it's as bad as Flyers or anything. What?
With a much worse glove.
True. I'll give you that. But I'm a hitting guy, Caden. I love hitting.
Well, I do too. I feel like you got to put defense into the conversation. And Ellie's been a negative defender at short this year, according to OAA.
True. That's true. I'll give you that. Still, I would have Ellie, but I wouldn't put it as crazy as the Baez one or anything. I'd say that one wasn't as bad as the Freddie Freeman and Pete Alonso one, in my opinion. And also, I know Ronald Acuna's a homer and he's been awesome since coming back, but like, how do you not have James Wood as an All-Star starter this year? That's just like, I get Ronald Acuna's been awesome, but like, dude, James Wood, you got to give your flowers to James Wood, man. I mean, that dude's tear of a 22-year-old. Like next Juan Soto, honestly.
No, he's been amazing, man. He's been better than Acuna, 100%. He also has the full season, not more abbreviated. And I think really it just comes down to, like you were saying, he's the hometown guy. It's in Atlanta. Those fans weren't going to not make it. At least one Brave was starting in that game. They needed to make sure if it wasn't Olsen, because I mean that was like really your only other option would be Olsen, and he's been worse than both Alonso and Freeman. They needed to find a way to get someone in, and it came down to we're gonna make sure Acuna comes in and starts this game.
Yeah, I get it, but it's just annoying to see that, you know?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree.
I'm looking at the stats now. I'd rather have Wood over Tucker. I'd rather have PCA. That's tough. I probably went to PCA. 25 bombs. He's going to hit 40-40, man. Holy crap.
James Wood has been amazing. He should be a starter more like likely over Acuna than Tucker, but I would agree he's been better than Tucker as well.
Yeah. So I think that was a robbery.
Yeah.
But I think the rest of it, though, I agree with. It's just, man, those outfields to NLs is crazy. I mean, Carroll, you're looking at, you're like, dang, like, Store's been great. Tatis has been pretty good. Just that the outfield's just way better in NL than it is in AL.
100%. We'll get to some of those reserves here in a little bit. But first, we're going to talk about, the good old pitchers. Break it up. We got a lot of position players. We're going to throw some pitchers in the middle and back with the good old position player reserves. And then the American League, your pitchers are, we got Hunter Brown, Chris Bubich, Aroldis Chapman, Garrett Crochet, Jacob deGrom, Max Fried, Josh Hader, Yusei Kikuchi, Andres Munoz, Tarek Skubal, Shane Smith, Brian Wu, and Joe Ryan.
I mean, I feel like there's not. Is there somebody I'm missing from the AL that's really like. I feel like they got everybody. I mean, obviously the White Sox needed Shane Smith. Like, he might be like the one guy on there. You're like, should he be in there? But like I think that's dumb. By the way, I don't think every team should have an All-Star. That's so dumb. Like, if your team sucks, like that's your fault. Like that's stupid to me. But if you go off that based off that, what?
Smith's been good.
Shane Smith's been good, but that's like that clown emoji with the snipers. Like, he's not. A 4.2 ERA, 76 Ks in 83 innings, 1.33 WHIP. Like, that's good. It's good. But an All-Star, like, his name's in between Brian Wu and Tarek Skubal. His name's between those two. You can't put him in that group, dude. That's just not fair.
Hey, it is nice to see good old Joe Ryan and Brian Wu both in the All-Star game, both on my fantasy team as well.
Brian was so good, dude.
Good
Joe
luck
Ryan,
with some
I heard they
Brian
may
Wu.
talk about he has rumors about getting traded this year, which I doubt if the Twins become sellers. He had a lot of control still. I think he has like 2.5 years of control. But
Wasn't he a part of the Nelson Cruz trade to Tampa?
you might be right.
I think Joe Ryan came over in that, and that's not great. Or hold on. I'm gonna make sure.
Yeah. I'm going to look at that too, because. No.
Yeah, the Nelson
Wait,
Cruz
what?
trade. Yeah, in July 2021,
Wow.
the Rays thought they could buy it on a 40-year-old Nelson Cruz, and instead gave up good old Joe Ryan.
Wow.
But I mean, looking at this, it's awesome to see DeGrom back in the All-Star game. He's right there in Cy Young conversations. Like, it's going to be hard to overcome what Scubal's
Yeah.
been doing, but
Scooby gets hurt. He's the next guy, I think.
it's him,
Right?
Freed. I mean, yeah, if
I'd give
Baldy's
DeGrom
still in
second,
that conversation, I'd say. Like, I still think of Baldy's in that conversation, but he missed like a month,
Missed
so it's
some
going to be
time.
hard for him. But yeah, I do agree. It's probably DeGrom right there in second. I mean, he's been absolutely disgusting for this Rangers team, and I mean, in typical DeGrom fashion, the Rangers. I mean, the Rangers just haven't been hitting this year, so it's not just for DeGrom, but
I don't know. I
I
wonder
mean,
if they'd be sellers, too. That'd be interesting if he got moved.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, looking at Chapman as well, it's kind of crazy. He's been like the best reliever in the American League this year at 36 years old.
yeah,
Just
top three, yeah. I mean,
dominating
obviously Munoz has been on a tear, but yeah, those other three, yeah. He's had quite the career. A lot of ups and downs in there, but I feel like it's a lot of relievers, but
He's had an insane career, and also he's 36, still throwing 102.
yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Like, I know you say Cal Raleigh's juicing, but
No, it's pretty interesting. Oh yeah. Oh, you seen those videos? Yeah, he's jacked, dude. Yeah.
he's always so
Chad was on something. He's on
He's-
the gorilla juice.
100%. And now, yeah, looking at the National League for the All-Star game, you have Jason Adam, Matthew Boyd, Edwin Diaz, Mackenzie Gore. Kershaw got in as a legend pick just because he reached 3,000 strikeouts. Freddie Peralta, Robbie Ray, Randy Rodriguez, Chris Sale, Paul Skeens, Logan Webb, Zach Wheeler, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Robert Suarez, Andrew Abbott, and Trevor McGill for the good old Brewers.
Yeah, Abbott wasn't originally on the roster, right? That one was gonna be a robbery if that was.
Yeah, he was a replacement, and I agree. I don't know why he wasn't originally on the roster because
Yeah,
he's been one of the best pitchers in the National League this year.
I love Boyd, but yeah, he should have been on over Boyd.
I mean, Matthew Boyd's been having a great year too.
Oh, I agree, but man, what's his name? Just he's at a two, almost a two flat ERA almost. That's
Yeah, but yeah, he's been good. I mean, it's kind of crazy. You see two Padres relievers on here, and they've just been not a good team.
Who do you think starts?
Well,
Skeens?
starts. That'd be interesting if they give it to him back to back years.
Wheeler probably.
Yes, if Sale wasn't injured, it would 100% have been him. Because I mean, in Atlanta, but yeah, I mean, probably Wheeler, who he's right there in Cy Young conversations with Skeens. Like I know
Yeah.
Skeens has been awesome, but Wheeler's back down to like a 2.1 ERA.
That's what you're exactly saying. Like the odds
Yeah,
fell for him after one bad start, and you're
yeah.
like, why are they falling this far? Like it was one bad. It wasn't even that bad of a blow up start, and like you said, he's just been right back to dominating, and then he's right there again. You know.
So I think he would. The only thing I don't know is if they would actually. Who's the coaches? Is it always like? Is it the World Series winning coaches? So is it Dave Roberts? Or I
What?
mean,
Yeah.
maybe maybe they just put Kershaw in because it might be his last ever. You know,
That makes sense. That makes
have the
sense.
legend pick, have him
That's
start the game, go
that's a good
throwing
cheap
in.
way how to get out of it. Who is it? Who is it? Oh, we'll go Kershaw. We'll go Kershaw.
We'll go. Yeah, don't want to decide between Skeens, Logan Webb, Zach Wheeler. Like we'll just go legend Clayton Kershaw. Let him get that start to end it. I mean, yeah, it's some of the names are kind of crazy. Like you wouldn't think at the start of the year. I mean, definitely not Andrew Abbott, Matthew Boyd. I mean, no one would have thought Mackenzie Gore
Yeah.
either, and he's been
Yeah, he had
one
that
of
crazy
the
start at the
best.
beginning. Yeah.
He's still one of the
Boyd and
best
Evan are
just
definitely the most
pitchers
shocking,
in
I
the
think.
game.
I think you're right about that. Those two are probably the most shocking names out of this group right here. Like if you were to rank,
I'd say there are more even than any of the AL arms. I'd put I'd put Boyd and Abbott as more shocking than I mean, because Shane Smith, he's just like you said, he's the auto representative. But
yeah,
Hunter Brown, people were high on.
Kikuchi's
Chris
interesting
Bubich,
too.
a lot of Kikuchi is interesting, but like a lot of people were high on Bubich. Obviously, Wu, Ryan have been good. Scooble, Hater, Free, like all these are names you know.
Yeah,
That I think, yeah, if you look at it, it's like no one I don't think was thinking Matthew Boyd was going to somehow be an all-star.
didn't Hunter Brown get hurt?
What?
Was Hunter Brown hurt?
I don't know if he's hurt or if he's throwing this weekend.
Okay, 'cause yeah, he's
It's one of the two that because like he's not, yeah, he's not going to be pitching in the game. I know that. I don't remember if it's because he's throwing this weekend or what. I think he might have like a Saturday start or something, so he'd be ineligible to pitch anyways.
Okay.
But yeah, it's cool they did the legend pick with Kershaw. I think like I mean we saw it a couple years ago with the last year of Miggy and Pujols,
Yeah.
but it's also I mean stats wise, he don't deserve it at all.
No,
Like it's
no,
cool
no.
that he's on there. He got 3,000 strikeouts. I mean Kershaw's a legend, but him getting that nod it's very reminiscent of when Pujols and Mickey got it. That what was that like 22?
Yeah. I will give it to him though. He's still good. He's
No,
still
he's
good
still
for his
good.
age. I mean, obviously from what he was, no way. But like, still 3.38 ERA out of a dude. Like,
Yeah.
look at the White Sox. It's like, oh dang, that's our ace. This is our guy right here.
Smith's the All-Star with a
Yeah,
four.
making Shane Smith look dumb, dude. Shane Smith's a legend pick at this rate, dude.
Shane Smith, baby.
White Sox legend.
Yeah, now going into the reserves, they have it set up kind of by position where in the American League, there's one catcher reserve, and that's good old Alejandro Kirk making his second All-Star appearance. And I mean, hey, the first place Jays have been just kind of thriving on all cylinders, and Alejandro Kirk's looking back to that 2022 All-Star version of himself, and it's still kind of crazy. You look at him, and you're like, you're not good. And
Yeah,
then you watch him play, like, yeah, he's got a little 5'6", like 200.
dude. He's like really underrated in baseball, I think. I
No,
mean,
yeah.
obviously, especially now, yeah, Raleigh there, you'll never hear Kirk's name, but like, good player, man. And like this, he's always been awful at defense too. He's been always like one of the worst defenders, but this year he's been like a top 5 defender in baseball at the catching position. So,
So, yeah,
uh,
it's cool to see. And then, yes, sir, National League reserve catcher, none other than the man himself, Hunter Goodman.
beast.
Yes, sir. That's our one representative. And Goodman's not like he's actually like kind of worthy of being an all-star, which
Oh,
is kind of
oh yeah.
crazy when you think about it. Where he has 16 bombs, 50 ribbies, and an 843 OPS. He's been the best offense, just the best like player for the Rockies this year,
By far.
and he's been one of like probably the second best offensive catcher in the National League behind Will Smith. So it's cool to see the Rockies have like an actual deserving all-star, not like the last couple years where it's like, okay, Ryan McMahon, you just get to go because, or Herman
Yeah.
Marquez because they needed a representative.
8-time All-Star Ryan McMahon. Holy crap, this guy, is he he's just a legend, a Hall of Famer. He's a career 230 hitter. 8-time All-Star, though. Beast for the Rockies.
Hey, the Rockies always needed that representative, baby.
He's got you. He's got you.
And now, yeah, the infielder reserves for the American League. Got some interesting names here. I mean, we got Jonathan Aranda there, who we had both talked about before, as he was our starter about a month ago. Alex Bregman still made it, even though he has been injured. Jazz Chisholm is an all-star. Brandon Lau over at second. Jeremy Pena, who's been just amazing this year. Like, he's actually hitting to go along with the platinum glove-worthy defense. Bobby Witt, like we mentioned earlier, Junior Caminero, who, like you said, is actually going to be starting the game because J-Ram's not going to be playing in it. Isak Paredes. And then Zach McKinstry, Dwyer. The good old utility man in Detroit, Zach McKinstry, is an all-star with like a 740
do they not have
OPS.
enough infielders? Like, I don't get that at all. Where's he? Oh, I don't even know what to say about that one. I mean, he's had a good year. He's had a good year. Like,
But also, like,
what are you doing?
Zach Neto's had a really good year.
Yeah, yeah.
He could have been
You're
that
right.
other
Easily.
infielder. I mean,
Easily.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, man, Detroit, they just know how to vote up there or something. Detroit, I don't know.
Detroit's got 5 all-stars.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Neto should have been a shoo-in compared to him.
Zach Neto's been having a great year. It is like, nope, Zach McKinstry.
I mean,
Like, no shade to Zach McKinstry. He's having a good year and all, but
no, yeah, I don't get that. I'd put Bichette over that. You could put a lot of guys over that.
you could put a lot of
It's-
guys.
That's I don't know what to say about that one.
I don't know. I don't know. It's as
Is
simple. I
that a
don't.
coach's pick? That wouldn't be like the coaches bringing them, would they? Because I know the coaches do that, right?
Oh, that might have been a coach. Hold on, let me see
So
something.
if that's the case, that would make sense.
It's
I don't know.
no, he was a replacement
For who?
because I don't know. Either I mean, J Ram is not playing. Bregman's not playing. Payton is not playing. So I guess one of those.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean,
Even still.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of other names I'd go before McKinstry.
Yeah, that one's strange. I mean, in the National League, it's all guys you'd assume would be on here.
Yeah,
Where you got your boy Pete Alonso, your boy Ellie, Matt Olson, like I said, Eugenio, who's just raking this year, and then Brendan Donovan, who's just been awesome all year.
yeah, yeah.
Like
800 average,
it's
294.
just been good.
Did we have him as our second baseman, or one of us did? Right? Was it me?
I think you did. I had Cattell,
Yeah, good cut.
Even with
Good
him
call.
like missing some games, and then
Monster. He's a beast.
he's so good. He just rakes. And I mean, hey, Brandon Donovan's been awesome this year too. So
He's been good, yeah, but
the,
not. I mean, Marte, man. I
the,
swear,
the,
every time I look, the guy's
the
in a bomb,
question,
dude.
yeah, and then like with Donovan, I don't think there's any question that he shouldn't be on this roster. Like we were just very confused with Zach McKinstry. I think it's the opposite with someone like Brandon Donovan. Like, yeah, he belongs there.
For sure, 100%.
And saying yeah, same with all those other names. Where the outfield though, it's a little interesting in the American. I mean, Buxton, who we were saying should be starting. You have Stephen Kwan, and then
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
Julio, but I don't know.
This one's really bad, dude, man.
Like the
I mean,
weird thing with Julio, it's every year of his career, he's gotten worse offensively. Like he's so
it really is that first half of the first his year, like the first half he was up, he's been awesome. I swear that guy's been in a slump since then. Like maybe he just isn't a good hitter. I really don't know. Because he really is like yeah,
be
you're right.
right.
Everyone's like, oh, he starts off cold. Like he never heated up last year, man. He really didn't.
He
Like
had a little like stretch where he had like 13 of like 18 at bats were hits or something. But
yeah, 13 at bats. You know, like that's nothing.
no, I
You know,
know
like for a couple months stretch, he just hasn't done that. Like
he's a
freak, but
102 OPS plus 696 OPS.
K's and his K
11
rate's insane.
bombs, 11 bombs, 89 Ks to 24 walks. Like I don't know what about this screams All-Star.
You
Yeah,
can
like I
find
say,
a lot of hitters with over 700 OPS. That's not that hard to find.
his rookie year was a 147 OPS plus, then a 130, a 116 last year, and now a 102.
I don't think. Yeah, I guess. I honestly. I mean, could he figure out? Yeah, I think he can. But like, I don't think he's. Yeah, I think he's one of the most overrated players, hitters in baseball. It really is. I mean,
Like,
really,
he's great.
he's like
You can't discount that. He's a great
for sure,
defensive.
for sure.
Like you're
But like they
saying,
try and put him in that Tatis, that Acuna range. Like he's just not that. Dude, you can't tell me that he is. You know, not even close.
you know. And then we got the stacked National League outfield reserves.
Oh god.
Kind of like how you were mentioning earlier. Corbin Carroll, Fernando Tatis Jr., James Wood, and Kyle Stowers. Because the Marlins needed a representative.
Yeah, he's earned it too, man. Honestly, he's right.
He's good.
He smokes. What's his name? He smokes J Rod, man. I mean,
Yeah.
850 OPS, 16 bombs, 280 average. Like yeah, that's an all-star to me. Yeah, like
Well, so no, yeah, it's crazy. Like you had mentioned, just how the depth in both leagues' outfields, the stark difference. Where you got the big names starting for the American League, and here it's like, yeah, you got some big names starting, but even in the reserves, you still have Carroll, Tatis, James Wood.
I almost want to just see that the reserves versus the NL starters. Like, dude, that's a
And
stacked team. Dude. I mean, and you got Schwarber, the DH too. Dude, that's a stacked
Yeah.
lineup.
Yeah, Schwarber is the reserve DH. I mean, you're not going to be Shohei, so it makes sense. But
This is the idea. We'll give the reserves Skeens, we'll give the starters Wheeler, and we'll give the fans what they really want.
National League is National League.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I mean, it's kind of crazy with Schwarber. I mean, he's 32 now, and he's still hitting to 27 bombs, 62 ribbies, 151 OPS, 250 average, which is really good for Schwarber, and a good old 922 OPS. It's just, he's competing with Shohei for the starting job, and Shohei's got a whole country behind him voting.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
obviously
he's
it's
not
the
gonna be
best
showing,
player
but he's
in
giving
baseball.
him a run. Like he's actually like, yeah, it isn't like it's as if obviously he's smoking him. Shohei's smoking him in the voting, but like he's something there.
Oh yeah,
I think
and even
Schwarber. I was thinking about Schwarber a lot. Like I think he's at this point where his career, which I think I might have said before, but like obviously he's like knows that guy's hit like 50 bombs with like a 200 average, but like I feel like he's at 32. He's obviously hit for a long time. Like I feel like he's like finally learned how to hit. Where he's like, I know how to get the average up, but he's still like got the juice to hit tanks, and I think that's just like I think he's just gonna like this year, next year, like this is gonna be like his peaks years, just because he's like, oh yeah, I learned how to hit. Now I can hit for like average and hit bombs. You know, he's like, I'm gonna do it both, which he's doing. You know, he's mashing.
Okay, I got a question for you, Dwyer.
Okay.
As of right now, 32 years old, Kyle Schwarber sits at 313 career home runs. Where does that
Okay.
number end up?
Ooh, good question. Safe. Oh God, that's tough. I'm gonna say 450, 460. That's tough.
That's around where I was saying. I think he'll be at like somewhere around like 430, 450
Yeah.
come end of his career. But it would be awesome to see Schwarber just somehow age like fine wine and rake till he's 40, and all of
I
a
can
sudden
see it.
he's in the five. Then all of a
I
sudden
can
he's
see
in the
it.
500 home run club, and all of a sudden Schwarber's a Hall of Famer.
I mean, so he's at 313 right now, career. If he hits, let's just say, how many would you say? What's a realistic? How many hits more? Like this year?
This year,
20?
I could see 15 to 20 in the second half,
Okay, so we said 20, so he's going to be at 3.
around
30,
330 going into his
330.
age 30. 330 going to his age 33 season. He'd
I
need
mean,
170 to get to 500.
I could see him playing like 5, 6 more years. I could see that. I mean, yeah, he's not. If he's DHing and he hits like this, he's gonna keep doing it. Yeah, I think he
That's
is.
what I'm saying. If I
I'll
can
take
get
the over of
5 years,
450. I would take the
you take the over.
500. 500 to be tough. He might have to play till he's like the Albert Pujols, where he's just like,
That's
oh,
a-
he sucks,
that's a-
but he's like, we only need
It's
9 more.
a,
You know.
it's a big plus money long shot that maybe you throw a little dart on
I think
just
that,
to
yeah,
see.
honestly.
But I think around 450, I think that's a good indication probably where he'll end up. Because if he goes another 5 years of 20 to 25
35.
to 35 home runs,
Yeah,
he's right up there around that number.
exactly.
And
I mean, he's already at 30 this year. You know, half the
yeah,
season. So if he
exactly.
hits 60 bombs this year or something, yeah, you're like, oh yeah, this guy can you
Well,
keep
he
up
does that.
half of that? You know. So
If he is that, we're having Kyle Schwarber MVP conversations. If he hits 60 bombs,
you know, you're right, dude. Imagine, imagine, dude. Like, not that I want Shohei to get hurt. Don't get me wrong. I love Shohei, but like, if Shohei went down, the MVP race in the NL would be insane, dude. Oh yeah.
might have to get shaved if Shohei gets hurt.
Dude. I mean, PCA.
Thrills.
You're talking about, yeah, Schwarber. I mean, ooh, there's some names, man.
There's some
Like Ellie,
names.
dude, I'm telling you, Ellie's gonna have the counting stats at the end of the year. You're gonna be like, holy crap, what a freaking year out of Ellie.
No, I believe in it. I think, yeah, he'll play in the air around 30 bombs, 100 something RBIs, probably 50 bags, 220 strikeouts. Still, hey, no, I like Ellie. I'm not one of these people who hates on Ellie. I'm one of the people who tried to say PCA was a bad baseball player in the preseason, and now, like
Oh
Dwyer
yeah,
said, 20
PCA, yeah.
27 bags.
Dude. It's funny because you're not like I hear all the time people hate not Ellie, PCA, but like it's usually hits, man. Yeah, but I will say though, I still I'm I'm gonna be right there shaving my head with you because I'm like I don't believe it. I don't believe it like long term. Like I would not give him
I still
a
don't.
$500 million deal worth 12 years. I just wouldn't trust that. I really wouldn't.
Maybe he's the new Julio. He's gonna have an insane 1 year
Yeah.
and then just steadily
Literally,
decrease
this is what
after.
I'm like that
Not
exactly.
one player break love in center.
Like him and Wood are the same age, right? They're both 22. Like I would
I
pay
think, yeah.
James Wood whatever he wants. I would double it, dude, compared to PCA. I don't trust the PCA at all.
That's actually a good thing. Yeah, comp or whatever. PCA I think is 23. James Wood's 22. I would much rather have James Wood for the next 8, 10 years than PCA, even though we've been seeing what PCA is doing this year.
Yeah, I don't trust it, man. I mean, it's like the Cal Raleigh thing all over again, man. I don't trust. Like, he's never gonna repeat this ever. No, nowhere near this ever. You know, it's just. But obviously, he's younger. He's 22 years old. But like,
I like Cal Raleigh more than PCA. Well, yeah, he's not going to be 60 home runs or 50 or whatever home runs again. I love having Cal Raleigh hit 35 home runs at the catcher position.
no, I think you're at. Oh yeah, I'm not saying that, but like PCA, like I think PCA could still be a good player in the league. Like I'm not saying like he's gonna be like Javier Baez bad or something there where he gets that low. Well, he is a starter, so I shouldn't say that or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Disrespect.
like, I mean, he's on a pace for like heck. He can hit 50-50, you know. Like it's not insane to say, you know. Like he's close. He's on the pace, but I don't think he's ever gonna sniff that again. But buzz. You know it's coming, dude.
No, we're gonna stay on Shohei as long as he's healthy. That's his MVP. I mean, he's looking good on the mound too, in like his 2 innings or whatever. I think it might have been Sunday or whatever the last time he pitched. I'm watching that. I'm like, yeah, he looks back. Struck out the
how deep do they let him go by like playoff time?
I bet come playoff time, he's able to get 5 innings, throw 70, 80 pitches.
Dude,
come
it's
in.
Unfair. There's no comp in sports to what he's doing. And like it isn't like he's just a pitcher, dude. It isn't like he's like, oh yeah, he throws mid-nines. He's hitting 102, you know? Like no yes.
He threw the fastest pitch of his career this year.
I really think he's underappreciated. Like we're really gonna we're taking him for granted for how awesome. Like you know, we really are. You know, like we'll see guys like Judge. Like, I think what's his name's just like Judge. I think Wood's gonna be like the next Judge almost. He's got the same size and all that. You know, we see him rake forever. But like, even with the evolution of baseball and two-way players, I don't think we ever see it. At least in our lifetimes, I don't think we see another Shohei Ohtani ever.
I think exactly your point being underappreciated. The last time we saw a full season of Ohtani pitch back in 2021, not only did he win MVP, he was 4th in Cy Young voting. He was a top 5 pitcher in the AL that year, as well as hitting like 40 bombs.
Dude, if he next year comes healthy and they give him like a normal pitch, like a normal
Workload,
yeah, like, and he's shoving like there's if it's he someone's got to blow him out of the water for him not win a Cy Young. Like you know, everyone's like, dude, he'd be like the first ever player to have this, or like to have the Cy Young and just be the multiple time MVP. Like, I think that would be like. They're gonna push for that, you know. Like if it's close, like if he was Wheeler right now, and Skeens was right there, they're giving it to Ohtani in that situation.
100. The way the stats are right now, if you flip Wheeler for Ohtani, the odds are probably minus 170 Shohei Ohtani to win Cy Young.
But you know, he should, you know. I mean, what that guy does for baseball is. And he's such a good dude too, you know. He's like apologizing to guys after he gets hit, like, "Oh, we're all good, you know. He's just like, man, what a guy.
Who cares if he's not a good gambler?
He took the ball from him. Took the ball.
He didn't take the ball.
Guys gotta have fun, kid.
He didn't take the ball. He made sure he had someone close to him to throw under the bus.
Yeah, guys gotta have fun.
Well, with that, I think it's probably where we're going to wrap up today's episode. Next week, there's not going to be a lot of baseball going on. It's going to be All-Star game stuff, so we're probably going to do a little bit of a mid-season check-in on our preseason awards draft, look into that stuff, see how it's going at the All-Star break, and then we're going to, as it gets closer to the trade deadline, we're going to do a full-on trade predictions episode as well for you guys. If you did enjoy today's episode, make sure you leave a like down below, comment down below as well. What do you think of these full All-Star rosters? Are there any other snubs you think maybe deserve a spot or should be starting over some of the other players? Turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload of the Untouchaballs podcast, and share this with your friends, family, strangers, neighbors, anything like that. Thank you all for listening. We hope to see you next time.